Hi everyone, my name is Rajiv and I am the founder of ZBridge and also the principal of HCS Elementary in Calcutta, India. I just wanted us to start off with just saying thank you so much for just the outpouring of support that we've seen from people for the last few weeks on just this campaign, and it blows me away just the goodness and generosity of people for children that are 13,000 miles away, and I am truly appreciative of that, and I just want to thank you so much for it. We're at 94% right now, and we have just a few $100s to go, and we just have basically, I think it's less than 40 hours right now, less than a day and a half, and it's just really really amazing, and I'm full of gratitude, and I want to thank you for that. The other thing I want to talk about is just a little bit about myself and why I'm on this project and what got me here. I run this school in Calcutta, India. It was a school that my father ran for 27 plus years, and in 2013 my dad got really sick and he passed away. And at that point, I was left with a school and some bookshops that he ran in Calcutta, India. And I have a family, and I'm based out of California. And so it was a difficult decision, but I was given this opportunity, and for the last 3.5 years, I've been running this school remotely from California. And it's been one of the most amazing parts in this journey of life that I've been through, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to be part of the school and just to play an important part in the life of we have 290 children right now, and more than that I think. But it's just an amazing opportunity that I've been given to play a role in this. I actually grew up in Calcutta, India, and when I was 18, we moved to the U.S., and I've been in the U.S. for I don't know, almost close to 30 years now, I think. And It's been an interesting journey for me too. I came to the U.S. to be an electronic engineer. That's what I've always wanted to do, and that was something that I had a passion for, and I had the opportunity to go to a very good school, and I graduated in electronics and got a really good job in San Luis Obispo, where I went to school. Lived there for many years, and it was just a really nice, really good time, and I was doing really well financially. And in 2004, I had an opportunity to go ride my bike and my bicycle in England and in Europe, and it was supposed to be a three week trip, and ended up becoming a 6.5 year hiatus that I took off of engineering. And the tsunami of 2004 happened very soon after, and I worked with an organization. Ended up moving to Sri Lanka and worked with an organization there for 3 years in Sri Lanka, and then I was with them for many years after that as well. One of the things that I struggled with as an Indian, as being a Indian that was, I guess, privileged to be able to go to a really good school, and we lived really well. We traveled a lot when I was young, and I always had this guilt of why was I one of the lucky ones, out of the hundreds of thousands of kids that were born that day, to be born with this family and be given all this when there were kids that were dying on the streets. And those, it's been a guilt that I've had for many years. And it was during this hiatus that I took. I was up in Tibet backpacking, and it somehow it hit me that it's not a guilt that I should have, but an amazing sense of responsibility that I've been given, to help people less fortunate than me. And I'd worked with this organization in Sri Lanka. We'd done a lot of relief efforts, and we'd worked at the children's home, and I'd seen a lot of poverty. And it was that time during this trip in Tibet that kind of pivotal thing happened in my life, and I realized that I wanted to be part of trying to help people out. And this was actually in, I think, 2007. And I came back to the States. I ran out of money doing my nonprofit stuff and my social work. So I ended up going back into engineering, and did that for 1.5 years, 2 years. And then my dad passed away, and then I had this opportunity for the school. And it's amazing how life prepares you for your future. And it was If I hadn't taken that hiatus and I hadn't taken that time off to go do social work, I would never be where I am today. And so, I have this school. We have, 290 plus children, underprivileged kids. They're all, born in extreme poverty, the majority of them. And, I have four kids of my own, and two of our older girls go to a really good elementary school here in Redding, California. And I just see this. I've seen this disparity between the education that my kids get and the education that the kids in my school get. And it's always bothered me. Education is something that is, should be altruistic. It should be, everybody should have a right to good education. And the last 3.5 years running the school, I have a vision to try and change education, to try and make a difference for these kids. It is so important. It's completely, it's unfair and unjust. I came across some statistics a few years ago that just blew me away. They say there's 250 million students that go to school on a regular basis, but still come out of the education system illiterate. They can't read, write, and count. India has some amazing statistics. In the U.S. too, they say there's over 600,000 students that graduate school every year that are illiterate. That are functionally illiterate. And it just, with all the free stuff that's out there, with all the resources that we have on the internet, there is actually absolutely no excuse for that to happen. And it's become my vision, my goal right now to try and see how I can bridge that gap between education for the underprivileged and the education for the privileged. I saw this organization called ZBridge, and it's in honor of my father. It stands for the ZBridge Education Bridge. And its whole goal is to bridge the gap between education, between the underprivileged and the privileged. And I have a pretty audacious goal, and I want to try and impact education for the underprivileged. I want to make it to where it's a low-cost system, to where people can afford good education, not just education. And there's something that I've kind of always, I think my dad might have told me or somebody about this whole thing about how do you eat an elephant. And I've always been, in my mind, been, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. And I came across a guy, I don't know, a few months ago, and he's like, that's not how you do it. He's like, if you sit and wait and eat an elephant all by yourself, by the time you finish, that meat's going to be disgusting, And he said the better way is, you invite people over, and you have a big party, and then you can eat the elephant much more manageable, and everybody enjoys it, and that's what ZBridge is all about. It's all about getting people engaged to try and resolve this bigger picture of education for people that just because of where they were born should have the opportunity for good education. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my story and why I'm here, and I'm just so excited about this Focus of the Child program. It's just one more step in us creating good education for kids, for engaging students, for getting them excited about what is possible, what the potential is. Another organization that we're working with works with the children of sex workers, and they're doing everything, providing education and doing after-school programs to try and get these kids to get away from the sex industry. But the reality is, a lot of these kids are fourth generation of people in the sex working industry, and the reality is that a lot of them will go back into that industry because they live in it 24 hours. They're comfortable with it, and I really see power in this Focus of a Child program where these kids, if they're given a purpose and they're given a reason to something that engages them more than what they used to, the likelihood of them getting out of it is just so strong. In our school as well, we have a really low population of girls, and I'm hoping that this program allows girls to be more engaged, and gives them a future so that they don't end up getting married early and continue this cycle of poverty and have abusive relationships with their husbands and just end up becoming slaves in their own houses. So I have a great just excited about the future of this, and I'm just so thankful for for Sarah, Mark, and Steve, and for what they have sacrificed and the amount of work that they're putting into this project, and for them to give 3.5 months away of their lives, of their profession, of their work, It's just amazing again. And have a lot of gratitude here, and I just want to thank you all for what you're doing. And we have just a few more $100, and if you haven't uh, gone and checked out our website, please do, and please be part of this amazing project. So thank you, and God bless you.